Hi lovely people, how are you? How is everyone? Welcome to our YouTube channel. Yes, today we are going to cut. I don't think we shall sew, but we are going to do pattern drafting and so on and so forth. So we shall do the sewing some other time. We shall do whatever we can. Wherever we shall stop there and then begin from there another day. So how have you been? How was your day? Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching from. I don't know where you're watching from. You can tell me there in the comment section that I'm watching from such and such a place. Okay. So we are going to make our dress. Yes. So we shall make the front and the back. So welcome everyone. I want to remove this and replace it. Oh my goodness, it's hard. I don't know how it was even inserted in the first place. I don't know. How it was inserted, I don't know, but I'm just going to try. Huh? I think this is the way. Okay, yeah, this is how. Right. So how is everyone? You're most welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to look at a simple wedding dress. I love simplicity most of the time. I don't like hard things. Okay, I like luxury, but I love it simple most of the time. So yeah, what's happening? Wait, I check this. Okay. All right. So you're most welcome everyone. How are you? Kelvin, how are you? We are going to start with our pattern drafting. We are going to start with our front pattern. So let's begin. I'm using my measurements. Yes. And we are going to use plastic bag as our fabric. So stay with me and let's see how we take this. So I'm marking this line. I'll mark it as a shoulder line. Okay, so I'm going to come from the shoulder line to the bust line. shoulder to bust is 10 inches. Shoulder to under bust is 13 inches. Shoulder to waist is 16 inches. Okay. Should I use this in this direction? It's okay. Let me use this way. So I'm going to take it down the same from my shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waist. After that, I'm going to make those lines. Remember, we are making the front pattern, and since this is a wedding dress, I'm going to cut the upper part alone and the down part alone. Okay, so I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. I'll use a shoulder measurement of my shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. I'm going to come here on my bust line and also measure 7.5. I'm going to come up by 2 inches to make a shoulder slope, and I'll mark, no, not shoulder slope, chest line. My goodness, what is happening? So this is our chest line, bust line, under bust, waist line. I told you we are going to stop on the waist line. So I'm going to come down here by 1 inch to make a shoulder slope, but I'll not make it now. I'll make my neckline later. So I'm going to connect this to this line, and I have to connect it on the 7.5 mark. So when I measured, when you measure where the 7 point, you get the 7.5 is where you are supposed to stop. So now we have labeled shoulder line, chest line, bust line, under bust, waist line. So those are the vertical measurements we need. So now we are going to make our neckline. So you determine how you want your neckline to be, how deep you want your neckline to be. I want my neckline to be a little bit deep. Okay, I want my neckline to be a little bit deep. So I'll take my neckline to 1 inch below the chest line. So it means my neckline will be 9 inches. So if you want your neckline to be on your chest line, it's okay. That's your choice, okay? So I'll come here later. So let's take our nipple to nipple measurement, divide by 2. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7.5. It's 7 inches, divide by 2, which makes it 3.5. I'll mark 3.5 on all the lines. Yes. And after that, I'm going to get my rule and make a straight line like this. After that, I'm going to come on my waistline and take a dart of 2.5 inches. You can measure how wide your dart should be by getting your bust line minus the under bust measurement, your bust measurement minus the under bust measurement. The difference you get, let's say you got 7 inches, is that the measurement you have to use for your dart, all of the 4 darts, including the back dart. So if you use 1 inch dart in the back, it means you have 1 dart on one side of the back, 1 dart on one side of the back. Those are 2 inches. Then the 5 inches are on this line, are here in the front. So when you divide 5 inches by 2, you get 2.5. So I told you get your bust measurement minus under bust measurement. Whatever you get is what you have to divide among the 4 dots. So I'm going to make a dot of 2.5 inches. So for the 2.5 inches, I'll take 1 inch and 1.5 inch out. Okay. I'll also do the same here. I'll take 1 inch and take 1.5 inch out. Then I'm going to come here on my bust measurement and come down by 1 inch. I hope you got me. You come down from your bust by 1 inch. So after coming down by 1 inch, I'm going to use this my curved rule. You can use your hands. You can use this curved rule. It depends on you completely. Okay. So here I'm taking it straight. And here I'm taking it straight. Okay. So let me first make a standard measurement of the neckline of 3 by 3 inches. Okay. So I'll make my shoulder slope here. So I'm going to come here and measure my bust divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So my bust divided by 4 is 9.5 plus 1 inch is 10.5. Okay. I'm going to use the same measurement I used on my bust line, on my chest line, and take 10.5. So I'm going to come on my under bust. I'll leave the under bust. I'll come on my waistline. I'll take my waist divide by 4. My waist divide by 4 is 8.5. I will add this dot, which is 2.5, and I'll add a sewing allowance of 1 inch. Okay, so it's not a must that your pattern should look like your neighbor's pattern. No, it's not a must. Yours might look different because we are different body shapes. Okay, we are different body shapes. Our body shapes are different. So I'm going to come here on this bust line and come down by 1.5 inches. Usually you can take the difference between your front waist and back waist and you take that as your bust dart. Remember, our front waist and our back waist are not the same. So if it's 1 inch, you can take 1 inch. If it's 2 inches, you can take 2 inches. So this is my bust dart. So I'm going to come here and divide this line by 2 and get the center point of this line. And I'll come here also on this line, divide it by 2 and get the center point. After getting that center point, I'm going to come in by 0.5. After doing so, I'm going to connect this line to this point, to this point. So place your ruler very well and make sure you coordinate the 3 points. So I'll use this ruler. So that's our hole. Okay, for the front. So I'm going to connect this line to the middle here. This line to the, I remember I divided this shoulder line into 2. So I'm going to connect this point to the center here. And I'll connect it in a straight line. Okay. You can see that. So I am going to come, and I told you I need my neckline to be, I said I needed my neckline to be 9 inches. 9 inches. Let me check 9 inches. It might be so down. So down 9 inches. It's not, it's 9 inches, okay? But let me use 8. So I use my neckline as 8 inches. Okay. Let me take it a little bit up by 1 inch. So I'll use 8 inches, which is almost the chest line. Okay. So I'm going to see how I curve I'm going to see how I curve my neckline. So let me first make it straight. Let me use another color. Let me use red here. Let me take it like it's straight. Remember here, if we leave it like this in a straight manner, it's going to have some gapping here, okay? So I have to remove gapping on this line. So what I'm going to do is yeah. Sorry, someone needed my help. So I'm going to come on this line and remove, you can remove 0.75, 0.5, 1 inch. So I will take 1 inch. I hope it's not so big. I'll take 1 inch from here. 1 inch might be so big. So it's contouring on the neckline. So I'll take, okay, let me take 1 inch. Okay. So I'm going to connect this back here. I hope you get me. So after doing that, you can curve your neckline the way you want. Okay, you can curve it a little bit like this, going up. You can you curve it the way you want. So let me use a black marker and I'll make it like this. Okay, so this is my front pattern. So already I added the sewing allowance on this side. I will cut with a sewing allowance of 0.5 on these center points. So let me first close here the bust darts. Remember to cut sewing allowance here. You have to add a sewing allowance. Remember, we are going to join it. We are going to join the blouse to the skirt. So you have to add sewing allowance when you are cutting. Okay? So, okay, let me just add 1 inch, assuming that is 1 inch. But before I do that, I have to make sure that this is in alignment. So to make sure of that, I'm going to come here and split between this line, and after splitting, I'm going to get this. We need to get the actual point where this line is going to meet this. Okay. So no problem. It's okay like this. There is no much difference. So I'm going to cut out. So this is the center front. So I'm going to come here and close this part like this. Okay, so when we connect this like this, we must come and connect this line back. So I'll use this rule and connect this line back. Okay. We have our front pattern, and this work as the back pattern. Let's see, maybe I'll use the same paper for the back. So we have, this is our front pattern, my dear. You have to make sure when you're aligning everything, the under bust aligns to the under bust. Okay, and when you join here, you must make sure you have the waist measurement plus the 1 inch sewing allowance. My dear, you have to measure this and make sure. You have to make sure. Okay, so when you place this on again, you must make sure you have the measurements. Okay, I said my waist was 8.5. Waist divided by 4, 8.5, plus 1 inch sewing allowance, which is 9.5. It's 9.25, which is okay. So yeah, that is our front part. So let's see if this will cover our back part. So for the back part, it means I need to make sure that I have it will work. So I'm going to come from my shoulder to bust, shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waist, shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waist. Okay. So for the back, you have to make sure you leave 2 inches. I don't know if we leave the 2 inches, it will be enough. If we leave the 2 inches, will it be enough? Let me try. I'll leave the 1 inch. Okay, let me leave 1.5 inches. Let's leave 1.5 inches or 1 inch. Let me measure it. 1.5, 1 inch. Yeah, let's leave 1 inch for the zipper. Okay, so this is zipper allowance. We usually leave 2 inches, but this is small. The paper is small, so we shall leave 1 inch today, for today only. Okay, so I'm going to measure. I'm going to come here and measure my shoulder, divide by 2. Shoulder divide by 2 is 7.5. I'll also come here and divide and measure shoulder divide by 2 is 7.5. As usual, we come up here by 2 inches and we make a line here, which is our chest line. We come on this line down by 1 inch. That one is to make a shoulder slope. Okay, I hope the paper is enough. So we are going to come on this line and divide it by 2. And whatever we have on the center is what we shall use when we are carving our armhole. So we are going to come here and measure our bust, divide by 4 plus 1 inch, which is 10.5. We shall come here as well on our bust line and mark the same measurement we used for the waist, for the chest line. So we are coming as well on the waist. On the waist, we are coming down by, we are dividing our waist. You can leave this back pattern dartless if that's what you want. You can make it dartless without a dart, or let's make it with a dart. We shall contour it in a bit. So we are going to come and measure the nipple to nipple measurement, which is divide by 2, which is 3.5. Okay, 3.5. So we are going to make a straight line. Okay, so we are going to take a dart of 1 inch. 1 inch, 0.5 on each side. 0.5, 0.5. So for this back, we are taking the dart up to the bust line. So we are not coming 1 inch below the bust line. We are taking the dart to the bust line. So We are putting in also our armhole. Like this. So I'm going to do the same thing I did here. I'm going to take a neckline of 3 inches. After taking the neckline of 3 inches, I'm going to come here and connect it. And after connecting it, I'll just bring this front pattern, place it on my back pattern, and I'll take where you can see I just take where this sleeve is passing. Okay, so I'm going to join like I did on the front part. I'm going to just bring this line to the bust line, and now we are going to make our back neckline. So for the back neckline, let's first put in our measurements. I said my waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch. For the dart and plus 1 inch sewing allowance is waist point divided by 4, 8.5 plus 1 inch sewing allowance, 9.5 plus 1 inch dart allowance, 10.5. So I'm going to join this 10.5 to here. So it's the same thing because we are using also 10.5 on these two lines. So it's going to be sort of straight. We are not putting a dart, a bust dart on the back. So let's make our back neckline. I want my back neckline to be a little bit deeper than the front neckline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here from the this chest line and target up to the bust line. This is the bust line. So I'm going to take it like this. Okay, I can take it even below the bust line, okay? But I'm going to take to the bust line. So I'll bring like this. So on this, I will take a dart of, you can take 0.5 or 0.75 just to contour on the neckline. So I'm just going to blend it. Since this is too short, I'll blend it here like this. Okay, and I'll try to make it that it's not so bent. Yeah, so that is it. So I'm going to cut out the back neckline, the back. Yeah, so if I even cut off completely, I need to finish up something. This is the back neckline. We are going to add 1 inch, which we already added, and we are going to come here and make a line up to here. So we are going to bring this straight to here. This is, we are making zip allowance, okay? So we have brought it straight to here, and to compensate for this place to make the 1 inch of the dart allowance, of the zip allowance, I'm going to get 1 inch. This 1 inch, remember, I had to have a zip allowance here. Since I want to make my dress fit so well, I came in slanting like this. So I'll add this 1 inch this side. I hope you understood me, my dears. So the 1 inch for the zipper, I transferred it from here to here on the down axis. Here up, I leave it. Here down, I take it down. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here by like 0.75 and cut on my back. Okay, so this helps to avoid a zipper bulge in the back. Okay, so I hope you understood me. I slanted, this is my zip allowance, but to balance it on both sides, I added the 1 inch down here. And to avoid bulging, I also came up on this line by 0.75 and slanted it to reach this point. So I hope I'm understood. So the back neckline is lower than the front neckline. That is the back, the center back, and this is the side back. Okay, so down we shall put a joining allowance maybe of 1 inch or 0.5 inches, depending on what allowance you want to use. So, my goodness. So this is supposed to be like this. Okay, so this is my back. I'm done with the front and with the back. And make sure you mark the joining points. You can see here, you mark the joining points to make sure you don't mess things up. By all means, this has to join on this point. By all means. By all means. The under bust has to join on the under bust point. So whichever style you use to sew, you have to make sure these points coordinate. And whichever style you use to sew, you must make sure that these points coordinate. Okay. So we shall cut. I'm going to cut 4 pieces of each because I need also lining pieces. I need lining pieces, so I'll cut 4 pieces. So let's cut the short pieces first. So this is the center front. Okay, you can see from how curved it is. I don't want printed sides. So we cut the center front on fold. We are going to also cut 4 pieces of the center back. So I'll arrange this like this. Okay, so let's cut. We are not adding allowance here, okay, down. And we are adding a small sewing allowance on the center. So don't add too much sewing allowance. Sometimes it's hard to remove it when sewing. So sew on a reasonable sewing allowance. And I'll leave just a very small allowance here up. Okay. So this is my center front. So I'm going to cut my center back. Down here, I'll leave some sewing allowance, not too much. And here as well, come up. And we shall leave some small. Okay. So I'm going to slash between these. Okay. So I'm going to cut these pieces. These pieces. I don't think it will be enough, will it? No. No, 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 no. So we are cutting the center. So this fabric, the fabric we are using, has no right side, wrong side, no, nothing. So you can just cut it whichever way you want. It has no right and wrong side. So that is not something to worry about. And I don't want to waste anything. So I'm placing this here to use it. Okay? Okay, my dears. So, yeah, I think I should place it like this. Yeah. Okay. So I was telling you this has no right side, wrong side, nothing. And I'm doing 4 pieces because 2 for each side. And remember, we have to use lining for this. So yeah. Okay. So I told you we put a small sewing allowance in the center. In the center, center. Okay. So here we are not adding sewing allowance. Remember, we added already on the sides. So no need. We just add sewing allowance in the center. And I don't add sewing allowance in the armhole. But if it works for you, then you're good to go. So we are cutting a 0.5 inch allowance, sewing allowance here to join a shoulder line. So we are done with this. Let's see the remaining parts and cut the other side. So I told you in this company we don't waste, okay? We are not wasters. So in case you are waiting for wastage, not here, okay? Not here, not here. So I think I should take it a little bit back. Okay, so this will work. Taking it down, I need allowance here. Okay. I told you this has no cross grain, straight grain, no, nothing. This is plastic bag. Whichever side you decide to cut it on, it works. Okay. So as I told you, I don't put sewing allowance in my what? That one armhole. So here I also don't put sewing allowance. Just take it straight. I'll leave a 0.5 inch here. It's probably less. So I'll come and cut going down. Okay. This is for the back. I told you for the back we add some sewing allowance down. Remember, we did not add sewing allowance down. The joining allowance, okay? So I'll make a joining allowance, not so big, but reasonable. Let me straighten it up a bit. Okay. So it seems we are done with the front and the back. So it's supposed to be arranged like this and arranged like this. So this is the front part. We are going to look at the skirt part, how it is going to be cut, and then I think we shall do the sewing for some other time. So let's look at the skirt, how we are going to sew the skirt, to cut and sew our skirt. So I'll fold this. You have everything, lining, everything here. So I'll seal this with a band and see. So this is our upper part done. Now what skirt should we make? I need something different, something good. Hey, give me some advice. Thank you, KJ. I had to scroll back when I saw KFC button. This is say subscribe because of KFC. After keep eating KFC, we keep the hey. We are reusers here. We reuse, recycle everything, paper, plastic. Okay, so thank you for subscribing, my dear. I'm so grateful. So I need to make a skirt, a very huge skirt. I don't know how many of these I'm going to use, and it's going to be very long as well. Yeah, so it's going to be like on the floor length. So I need to make a certain kind of pleats, not the knife pleats, not the box pleats. I even don't know how the pleats are called. Can you imagine? I myself, the one making the dress, I don't know the name of the pleats. But I know how to. I know what I want in my head. I know what I want to make in my head. Oh, I know how I want those pleats to look like. So, yeah. I'm going to give it a try, but I think it will be so long. Might be so, no, it's not so long, but so time consuming. Might take me a lot of time. But why not? We shall try. Okay. So this dress is going to have an underskirt. Yeah. This is not enough, but just for a start. I'm not going to measure anything. I'll just use my eyes to estimate how the pleats will be. So let me see how long this will be from my waist. Okay. So I'm going to make pleats, and the pleats I'm going to make, let me give you an image of how I'm going to do it. I'm going to hold like this, fold the first time, and again fold the second time like this. This is how I'm going to do it. So if you know the name of these pleats, you can tell me in the comment section. I'm going to fold like this. I'm going to hold, make a knife pleat. Okay, because if they are going in one direction, they are knife pleats. These are knife pleats. But I'm going to first make it like this, make like a knife pleat, how they do petticoats, and then fold it once more. Okay, I can fold it once more again, like it's three gathered here 3 times. This is going to consume a lot of fabric. My God, this is going to consume a lot of fabric, but this is what I'm going to do. Since this is fabric, if I make knife pleats, they'll not, they'll reach the end when the pleats are not, what should I say? The pleats are not pleating. So I have to fold several times to make what I want, to give the effect that I want. So I don't know how that is called. If they are knife pleats, if they are what pleats, I really don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. Okay. all around my body, and I need this to come from my hip line all around. So what I will do first, I'm going to join pieces of this. I'm going to first join these pieces together to make something long, like a long fabric. And since this will not cover up to my, this cannot cover up to my feet length, it can cover, but since a wedding gown needs to be at least when it is on real ground and laying on the ground, I'm going to take the measurement. I'm going to take these splits from the hip line. So I'll make a half skirt to the hip line and join this part on the down part. I hope you get what I'm saying. So I told you this is going to consume a lot of time, but I'll give it a try. Yeah, you cannot say I'm giving up before trying. No, gowns take time. They take time. Most of them use corsets, but I don't. I think corsets are too common, and also time consuming. So, and also some people don't feel comfortable with them. So yeah, I said let's do something that is different. Okay. Hi Jays, how are you? Hi Mehidi, how are you? Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Thank you for coming and watching this live, and please do subscribe. Please do subscribe. Yes. I might even need the whole of this bag. Let's just stop here. Okay. Okay, this is open. God stroke. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, we are going to start the sewing together of these pieces first before we make the pleats. Okay. So I have to get white threads, thread my machine, and start. My God. So we need white for this case. Imagine sewing a white gown with a black. Hey, hey, with a black thread. Hey, where are the threads? Tell me. You mean I don't have white threads? Hey, I need white threads. This can't be. Just can't be. Where did I put them? Should I use cream? But I need white as well. I need white. Where are you? I have white, but I don't know where it is. Let me check for white threads before I go any further. Let me check. Where did I put the threads? Oh my God, I can't find the threads. Let me use this. I'll check for them later. I have white for sure, but I don't know where I put it. So let me use this. Meanwhile, I'll check for the white later. Okay. These markers are not good. Okay. Okay. So as I said, we are just going to first join I'm just joining these pieces together first. Then we shall see what to do next. So this plastic has no right side, has no wrong side. So whichever side you take is have to thread, then continue from there. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. So I'm left with 2 pieces. Let me sew them and start making the pleats. good. Wait, something loosened up here. I have to fix it before I continue. Okay, so now we are going to start the pleating process. I just hope this is enough for the skirts. I just hope it is enough. It's long enough. So as I told you, you're going to fold in. I'll not measure, I'll use my eyes to measure. I'll come again like this and come like this. Meaning I have to start from this end. Fold in and fold in again. So I fold, you see, I fold once, I fold twice, I fold thrice. Okay. I just pray it works out. Okay. the result is good, because I also don't know how the result will look like, but I'm on a trial process. Once, twice, thrice. I'm going to pleat as I go on. I'm going to pleat as I sew. It's not as easy as I as I thought, but either way we go. Either way we go. I need something to fold these pleats and they be uniform, because I'm almost done. Yes, bear with me for a minute. I'm almost. Gonna go. Oh, magic. Hey, I'm almost done. Almost done with this. One thing for sure, it has not balanced. One thing is for sure, the pleats are not the same size. Yeah, but which is okay, I think. Which is okay, I think so. Okay, so I told you with this kind of fabric, it wrinkles. So you can see here, hey, the pleats are good. Yeah, if it does like this, the pleats are very beautiful, but I have to, you can make it like this as it was in the beginning. Yeah, you make the pleats next to each other, and yeah, it will still look so beautiful, very beautiful. But I have to separate them for this case. I don't want to sew so much. So let's, I think this is enough for my waist. I think it's enough for my waist, for my hip line. I'm going to use it on my hip line. I was supposed to use it on my waist, but I found that the length is not enough. So I decided that I use it on my hip line. Let's see. Let me tie it around and see. Oh my God, it's enough. It is enough. I'm so happy. It's enough, and I must adjust it a bit. I'm going to pull the bobbin threads a bit to make it smaller, because it is too big. Remember, I had made it bigger, but I'm going to make it smaller because it is already too much. Okay. Okay, I think the waist is now enough. The waist I have is enough, so I can tie so I will stop here today. Yes, this is how our skirt part looks like. Let me disconnect some things because I'm almost done for today. I'm done today. So I'll just give you a glimpse of how it came out, and then we shall come later. I don't know when, but today or tomorrow to join the pieces together. So in this skirt we shall put an underskirt. Yes. You can see the pleats. So I'll cut off these threads and do the rest. So this is how our down part will be. I'll check out if it can join on the waist and it's not short, down, I'll do that. If it's short, I'll join it on the waistline, on the hip line. So yes, that is it for today. So we shall come back when we get the time to finish up whatever we have started. So thank you everyone for watching. I love you so much. That is for sure. Yes, and we shall meet again. So let me arrange my working space. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when we put up a new video. Yeah. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, everyone. I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted that you come and watch these videos. You do an amazing job. Yeah. So we shall stop here today. I'll clear up here a bit. Then I'll say goodbye to you. Have a goodbye. See you around.